Happy New Year and welcome to 2026. I'm glad to be here. 2025 was a 9 year of endings, and I am looking forward to the energy of 2026, which is the 10 and the 1 that brings us alignment, the opportunity for new beginnings and co creation with the divine. And when I look at that number, what I'm most excited about is another dimension of that, which is remembrance. Within 2026, I see remembrance of our multidimensionality and our past lives, remembrance that we are divine and eternal, and remembrance of our connection to nature, the planet, and her soul light, Gaia. When I look at 2026, I see the 2, the 0 point, which is source energy, and then I see 2 plus 6, which is 8. So there's two eights. And if you're familiar with my book, Intimacy of Light, you'll know that it's mentioned often as the vibration and frequency of 888 and 888, which is our soul, that eternal divine aspect of us and our multidimensionality and the many, many expressions of life that our soul has experienced. My guide Jeremiah talks about healing within our multidimensionality as the next stage of healing for humanity. Because if we can remember who we are, who we have been, we have a deeper understanding of who we are in this lifetime. If we remember that we have been each other in different lifetimes, then that seeds tolerance and diversity and really removes fear and turns it into compassion. And if we can remember that we are eternal, beautiful souls that have experienced life in other dimensions as other forms, we see the magic within us. We see a new expression, a new definition of what it means to be alive, what life is. And I find that really, really exciting because that's the energy that I work in. And so I feel like 2026 is going to be a really big year for us. That frequency of 8-8, I think, is going to push the collective to start to remember who they are, remember their past lives, remember that they are eternal and divine. And those of us that are on this path already, I think we are going to have an easier ability to tap into our gifts, tap into our intuition, our connection to spirit, and really dive deep into our multidimensionality, have a deeper insight into what it means to be divine in our own unique way, and start to really understand what our path is, what our soul is whispering to us about our purpose for our lifetime in the here and now. And so we bring our human and divine together in this 8-8 energy of 2026. I, for one, am very excited for a grand new adventure. I feel like we have shed everything or most of what is no longer serving us. It has been a very up and down year for many, many of us. And the collective is starting to really feel it as well. And this year is going to push all of this new energy forward and push us forward into the next chapters of our lives. Particularly for the energies of January, what I'm feeling is the energy of rest, which is really interesting because we are starting to feel like we're moving forward. But I think it's important after this year of endings, 2025, that as we begin this year of new chapters and new beginnings and remembrance, that we take time to rest. Do you need to rest physically? Do you need to rest emotionally, spiritually? Have you been doing the really big inner work? Maybe you need a rest. And what that rest means doesn't mean doing nothing. It just might mean understanding that you can do this with grace and ease. You don't have to do it absolutely right now. You can take a pause before you step forward, before you make that choice. Maybe it's time for us to be human beings instead of human doings. What does rest mean for you in this upcoming month? Allow yourself to play, to tap into the magic of your inner world. Take times to be still, thoughtful, contemplative before you really rush into anything. Take some time to rest.